Chosen one, this message is reaching you because heaven has already begun speaking to you quietly, deliberately, and with unmistakable precision. There has been a whisper resting on your spirit, firm but gentle, subtle yet undeniable, and it has not come from your imagination. It came from God. You felt it in your chest before you understood it with your mind. The instruction was clear, even if it surprised you. Don't tell anyone yet. This was not confusion, and it was not fear trying to silence you. This was divine intelligence stepping in to protect what heaven has entrusted to you. God does not speak carelessly, and He does not instruct silence without purpose. You recognize the weight of that instruction because it carried peace, not anxiety, authority, not hesitation. Silence in this moment is not punishment, it is preservation. It is not delay, it is divine timing asserting itself. What you have been shown, what you have sensed, what has begun unfolding within you is rare, intentional, and heaven-ordained, and that is exactly why it did not come with permission to announce itself. God often speaks loudest when He chooses quiet, because silence creates space for formation without interference. This moment is sacred. You are not meant to stumble into it publicly. You are meant to enter it privately. Heaven is not withholding from you, it is entrusting you. There are things God only reveals to those mature enough not to broadcast them. The hush surrounding you is evidence that what you carry cannot be handled casually. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not hidden because you are insignificant. You are hidden because what is forming in you requires protection. This season is not about being seen, it is about being secured. God is asking you to honor the instruction even when it feels uncomfortable, even when people expect explanations, even when silence feels misunderstood. Obedience here will save you from battles you never needed to fight. This is a rare moment where restraint is worship and silence is faith. Heaven is working with intention, and the quiet you are experiencing is not empty. It is full of divine movement, divine alignment, and divine strategy. What God has placed inside you is not just an idea or a desire. It is a living seed, charged with destiny, authority, and future impact. And every seed of consequence must be hidden before it can be revealed. Chosen one. Divine things are fragile in their early stages, not because they are weak, but because they are still forming. Exposure too early can disrupt growth. This is why God has asked you to keep what you are carrying concealed, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Promises from heaven require incubation before manifestation. When spoken prematurely, they invite unnecessary opinions, doubt, envy, and spiritual interference. Not everyone who listens to your vision is assigned to protect it. Some people, without even intending harm, carry skepticism that can suffocate faith before it matures. Silence is the womb where destiny is formed. Just as life develops unseen before it is announced, what God is building in you needs darkness, safety, and warmth to grow strong. There is a critical difference between secrecy rooted in fear and secrecy rooted in wisdom. Fear hides because it doubts survival. Wisdom hides because it understands timing. God has not asked you to be quiet because He is unsure. He has asked you to be quiet because He is exact. You are stewarding something sacred, not avoiding something risky. This is why you have felt a divine resistance when trying to explain what God is doing. Your spirit knows it is not time. The seed is alive, but it is not yet ready for the elements. Heaven is guarding the process so that when what God promised breaks ground, it does so with strength, clarity, and authority. Silence is not neglect, it is nourishment. Every moment you choose not to speak is a moment the seed grows roots instead of fighting surface pressure. God is ensuring that when the unveiling comes, it will not require defense, justification, or validation. It will stand on its own. This season of silence is not inactivity, it is divine strategy in motion. What looks quiet in the natural is thunderous in the spirit. God often performs his deepest work away from noise, commentary, and distraction because clarity thrives where chaos is absent. Stillness sharpens discernment. When you stop explaining, you start seeing. When you stop reacting, you start hearing. This is the purpose of the holy hush you are in. God is shielding the vision from mockery, distortion, and premature critique. There are assignments that cannot survive too many voices in the room. There are callings that must be protected from opinions before they are protected by results. In this stillness, heaven is rearranging things in your favor, aligning people you haven't met yet, removing distractions you didn't realize were draining you, and preparing opportunities that would collapse under premature exposure. Silence is allowing God to work without interruption. You are being trained to wait, watch, and observe without narrating the process. This level of restraint requires maturity, and that is why not everyone is trusted with it. The holy hush is a rare season reserved for those carrying something that must arrive clean. God is teaching you that visibility is not always victory, and quiet obedience often produces the greatest acceleration. The hush is not a pause, it is precision. You are not stagnant, you are positioned. And when God finally releases you to speak, it will not be to explain what he is doing. It will be to testify to what he has already done. Chosen one, silence in this season is not passive. It is a weapon, sharpened by obedience and powered by restraint. God is teaching you that authority does not always announce itself. Sometimes it arrives quietly and leaves impact without explanation. There is a kind of power that does not need to argue, defend, or convince. Silence is that power. When you refrain from speaking, you deny the enemy information. When you resist explaining, you remove access. Stillness disarms opposition because confusion sets in when there is nothing to react to. Those who once relied on your reactions now have none. Those who expected explanations are met with composure. This is spiritual authority in motion. God is training you to move without broadcasting, to grow without narrating, to obey without applause. Silence is teaching you restraint, and restraint is proof of maturity. You are learning that not every attack deserves a response, and not every question deserves an answer. Some battles are won simply by refusing to engage. Your transformation will speak louder than your words ever could, but only if it is allowed to finish forming. God is instructing you to guard the anointing instead of advertising it. What is holy must be handled carefully, not casually. Silence has become a cloak around you, shielding you from premature exposure. It is also a shield, deflecting unnecessary opinions and draining curiosity. And it is a weapon, cutting off access to those who would have interfered if they had known too much. This is why you feel stronger saying less. This is why you feel clearer when you stop explaining. Heaven is teaching you that obedience does not always look loud, it often looks disciplined. You are being trusted with a level of power that does not need validation. Silence is no longer uncomfortable for you, it is becoming natural. That is because you are stepping into authority that rests, not strives. This weapon will serve you well, because when the time comes to speak, your words will carry weight precisely because you did not waste them when it wasn't time. Behind the curtain of your quiet season, God is building something intricate, intentional, and enduring. While others may assume nothing is happening, heaven knows this is one of the most productive seasons of your life. In the silence, God is shaping your character so it can sustain the calling. He is sharpening your discernment so you can recognize alignment without being deceived by familiarity. He is upgrading your spiritual intelligence so you can move wisely when visibility increases. In the quiet, your dreams are becoming clearer, your intuition sharper, and your sensitivity to divine instruction stronger. God is increasing revelation without increasing exposure. You are receiving insights, impressions, and divine downloads that could not survive a noisy environment. This is why certain distractions have been removed and certain connections have gone quiet. It is not loss, it is focus. God is creating space so He can work uninterrupted. This is the cocoon stage before metamorphosis, where transformation happens in privacy before manifestation happens in public. You are not being hidden to be forgotten. You are being hidden to be formed. Silence is the chamber where destiny is dressed. Every unseen moment is tailoring you for what comes next. God is refining how you listen, how you respond, how you discern, and how you carry responsibility. You are learning how to hold weight without collapsing under it. This formation is necessary because what is coming will require stability, not excitement, wisdom, not impulse, discernment, not assumption. God is ensuring that when you emerge, you will not need to be taught lessons in public that could have been learned in private. This hidden work is mercy. It is preparation. And it is proof that heaven is taking your future seriously. Nothing about this season is wasted. Everything is intentional. There is a cost to carrying glory, and one of the first prices is isolation. Chosen one, if you have noticed people pulling away, conversations fading, and connections thinning, it is not because you are being rejected. It is because God is pruning. Glory requires space. Noise must be reduced so weight can be added. God is trimming access, not punishing you. He is reducing distractions, not removing love. Isolation in this season is not abandonment. It is intimacy with God. It is consecration in motion. God is separating you from environments, habits, and attachments that would compete with what He is doing within you. This is why the silence feels deep and personal. You are being invited into a closer walk, a purer focus, a more disciplined obedience. Consecration is preparation for assignments that carry weight. What you are being prepared for is not light, it is generational. It will affect people you may never meet, spaces you may never enter physically, and outcomes that extend beyond your lifetime. That kind of impact requires refinement. The pruning hurts not because it is wrong, but because it is necessary. God is teaching you how to be alone without being lonely, how to be quiet without being insecure, how to be hidden without losing confidence. You are learning that approval is unnecessary when purpose is clear. The burden of carrying something this significant is real, but so is the honor. God does not prepare casually for eternal impact. He consecrates carefully. This season is sealing you, strengthening you, and stabilizing you so that when the time comes to carry glory publicly, you will not be crushed by its weight. You are being trained in private to stand firm in public. And though the cost feels high, the reward will be higher. Chosen one, in this season of silence, God is training you in a skill that few ever master, the ability to observe without interfering. This is not passivity. This is discipline. When you stop explaining yourself, people begin to reveal themselves. When you stop defending your intentions, motives surface without being challenged. God is teaching you to watch, not react, to discern, not confront, to listen, not correct. Silence creates space for truth to expose itself. You are learning that not every misunderstanding needs clarification and not every misjudgment needs correction. Sometimes, the absence of explanation allows alignment to happen naturally. Those who are assigned to your future will not need constant reassurance to stay connected. Those who are not aligned will drift without confrontation. God is using this season to show you who listens to your words and who only watches your outcomes. By remaining quiet, you are allowing heaven to move without human interference. You are no longer forcing doors open with explanations. You are watching God open the right ones with precision. This restraint is strengthening your trust in divine orchestration. You are learning to let God defend you, position you, and reveal truth on your behalf. Silence has shifted you from needing validation to resting in direction. You are becoming comfortable with being misunderstood because you know understanding will arrive later through results. God is aligning circumstances in ways you could not explain even if you tried. This season is training your discernment to read energy, intention, and alignment without needing words. You are being prepared to lead, influence, and steward authority without reacting emotionally. Observation is sharpening you. Silence is maturing you. And God is pleased with your restraint. Not everyone deserves access to the vision God gave you, and this season of silence is heaven's way of protecting it. Chosen one. Some people are not curious because they care. They are curious because they want information without alignment. God understands intentions you cannot see, and that is why He has instructed you to guard what you say. Wrong eyes misinterpret. Wrong ears distort. Wrong hearts manipulate. Silence has become the safest answer to questions that are not rooted in purpose. God is guarding the blueprint from manipulation, sabotage, and premature exposure. There are people who would have interfered if they had known too much, and there are spiritual dynamics at play that you do not need to fight directly. Heaven is already countering opposition behind the scenes. Every time you choose silence over explanation, you are cooperating with divine protection. God is intercepting conversations you never heard, blocking plans you never saw, and neutralizing resistance you never faced. This is why peace has returned as you speak less. You are no longer required to convince anyone of what God is doing. What belongs to you will find you without persuasion. Silence is not avoidance, it is wisdom in action. God is preserving the integrity of what He planted by limiting access to it. And when the time comes for revelation, it will arrive uncontested. Something profound has been happening within you during this quiet season. You have been upgrading internally. Chosen one, you no longer crave applause the way you once did. You no longer feel the urge to explain yourself to those who do not understand your journey. This is not indifference, it is maturity. Spiritual growth often shows up as restraint. Learning what not to say is a sign that discernment has sharpened. Silence has refined your emotional intelligence, strengthened your mental clarity, and stabilized your spiritual foundation. You are less reactive, more grounded, and deeply anchored. What once triggered you now passes without disruption. This is authority forming quietly. You are becoming steady instead of scattered, focused instead of frantic, rooted instead of restless. God has been aligning your inner world with your future assignment. You are learning to hold peace without constant reassurance, confidence without validation, and vision without visibility. This internal elevation is preparing you to lead, steward, and influence without losing yourself. Authority that lasts is not loud, it is consistent. And what God is building within you now will make you unmovable later. This upgrade is happening quietly, but it will be felt publicly. There is a moment God has already marked on the calendar of heaven, the moment when silence will no longer be required because manifestation will speak for itself. Chosen one, God determines the timing of release, not people, not pressure, and not impatience. When the promise unfolds, it will not need explanation. Results will replace words. Elevation will answer questions. Fruit will become the testimony. This is why God asked you to stay quiet, because what He is preparing will make noise on its own. Silence now is creating contrast later. When revelation arrives, it will arrive fully formed, undeniable, and uncontested. The confusion others had about your quiet season will dissolve instantly. What once looked hidden will suddenly look intentional. What once felt delayed will be revealed as perfectly timed. The unveiling will require no introduction, no defense, no justification. God's timing is precise, and when He speaks through manifestation, it will be louder than any explanation you could have given. Until then, your obedience in silence is accelerating what words never could. Chosen one, silence in this season is not weakness, it is royalty. It is the language of those who understand timing, authority, and divine order. Kings do not announce every move, and queens do not explain every decision. They move with intention, not noise. God has wrapped you in a mantle of strategic silence because He is elevating you into a level of authority that requires composure, restraint, and discernment. This hush you are carrying is not emptiness. It is a seal. Heaven has placed a spiritual lockdown over your voice, not to mute you, but to protect the weight it will carry when released. Destiny is under divine protection until the appointed hour. What God is refining in you privately is producing authority that cannot be imitated publicly. Every moment of restraint is strengthening your presence. Every withheld word is deepening your impact. This silence is crowning you, not crushing you. You are learning how to stand firm without being reactive, how to remain confident without being visible, and how to carry power without display. God is teaching you that refinement precedes recognition and that glory must be stewarded before it is revealed. Royalty understands discretion. Royalty understands timing. Royalty understands that silence is often louder than speech. The authority being formed within you now will cause doors to open later without effort. When you finally speak, your words will not beg for attention, they will command it. This season is sealing you, stabilizing you, and strengthening you so that when the moment of unveiling arrives, you will not shrink under visibility or stumble under pressure. You are being crowned in private so you can stand secure in public. This is silence with purpose, silence with weight, silence sealed by glory. Chosen one, as this message comes to a close, hear this final charge clearly and without doubt. Stay silent, stay watchful, and let God work. This hush you are in is not accidental, it is sacred. Heaven is actively moving behind the scenes, aligning details you could not coordinate and resolving battles you were never meant to fight. Your obedience in silence is doing more than your explanations ever could. Some miracles require darkness to grow. Some breakthroughs demand privacy to mature. Some promises only survive when hidden. Trust the process even when it feels misunderstood. Trust the instruction even when it feels uncomfortable. You are not missing your moment. You are being prepared for it. Stay watchful, not anxious. Stay obedient, not restless. Stay aligned, not reactive. When the time comes, God will lift the restriction on your voice, and what emerges will be undeniable. The silence you carried with discipline will become the testimony others cannot ignore. Your restraint will turn into authority. Your obedience will turn into elevation. And the hush that once confused people will be the very thing that proves God's hand was on you the entire time. Let God finish the work without interference. Remain faithful in the quiet. The silence will not last forever, but the impact of honoring it will. What you are carrying is growing stronger by the day. And when it finally speaks, it will speak with power, clarity, and divine precision.